I am the greatest.
Someone with power. Someone with power. Someone with gas. Someone with power.
What's up, guys? Marcellus Williams, aka TheSwolefessor, here to educate you on health, events, and social well-being. And today, guys, it's another one of those more social well-being type videos. I realize I've actually pretty much only done 2 videos that really kind of were like directed to social well-being, and basically they were kind of just like in the moment, just me sharing my thoughts. But I want to start doing it more consistently, just because I mean that's literally what my channel is about: educating you on health, fitness, and social well-being. And I also just want to emphasize that to you guys, that even though I do everything I can to make this channel enjoyable for everybody, you know, like the workout videos, those who want motivation, or, you know, trying to add music, things like that, things just to help the videos be better quality, stuff like that. At the end of the day, guys, this channel isn't really so much to entertain you. I want it to be entertaining for you guys, but that's not my goal. My premise is education above all else. That's what this channel's for. So for those of you who may, like, you know, like I said, I'm open to any and all feedback and criticism. I greatly appreciate it. But for those of you who maybe say, oh, you should do this, or you should do that, or throw this in there, things that I'm either not currently able to do or I'd have to wait to do, I'm not going to hold off on making videos just because I can't do those things, because my thing is focusing on the content itself. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about right now, is the importance, guys, of not letting your actions and not letting your life be dictated by others. And I know that sounds cliche. You guys have probably seen several videos over this, but just hear me out. Because once again, every topic that I talk about over social well-being is something that can be applied either in the gym or just outside the gym in your general everyday life. And life's all about balance, guys. I think that you have to have a balance. You can't be somebody who never listens to anybody, who's never open to criticism, who's never open to getting feedback, because how are you going to grow as a person if you're only doing things based off your own opinion, your own input, your own experience? At the same time, guys, what I want to talk about is how it is just as dangerous and just as extreme to be someone who lets every choice they make, every decision they make be dictated by others. That's not good, guys. It's not healthy, and it doesn't really get you anywhere. And I see this so often, guys. I see people who are so low in self-validation. They always try to validate themselves through other things or other people's, the ideas and opinions of other people. And sometimes it's not even like going with the flow of like the what most people are doing. Sometimes it's the opposite. Like, you know those groups where they get off on feeling superior because they're so different from the norm or whatever. You can get caught up in something like that too. Get caught up in trying to please those type of people as well. And that's not something you want to do, guys, because you have to remember that anything you do, any criticism you take, any feedback you take should be ultimately for the betterment of yourself and something that's going to help you get closer to your specific goals. For example, if you know that you're going to the gym and your goal is simply to get stronger, be healthier, live longer, that's it. That's your main goal. It's okay if you sort of get caught up in other things like, you know, you like powerlifting, bodybuilding, things like that. That's cool. But if you know your intention was never to compete, it's one thing if you eventually grow that desire on your own, but don't feel like you have to. Don't feel like just because you have a bunch of people telling you, bro, you have such great genetics for this, you should be doing this, this, and that you have to do it. Because what if you're enjoying how you're training? What if you're enjoying just the way your life is currently? And you just enjoy lifting for fun. And then because you have so many people pressuring you to maybe get involved in bodybuilding, so you start doing more strict things with your diet, you start training a different way, you start doing what you think you need to do to prepare for that show, and then you end up miserable, and then you end up not liking it, and then you end up stop training altogether, or you just hate the idea of training. You don't want to do that. And it's the same thing with anything else in life, guys. Like, okay, like with my channel, I read every comment. I'm open to all feedback. I literally put that in my descriptions. But some of the things that certain people want me to do is more stuff like, dude, well, we want to see more daily life vlogs. We want to see more, like, you know, things like that. And it's like, first of all, guys, my life is not something you want to watch right now. I'm not rich by any means. I'm not doing an excessive amount of traveling. Whenever I do go on a trip, or if I go somewhere like an expo or something like that, I'll definitely share that with you guys. But my everyday life isn't something that I'm about. I know that's something that the fitness community is big on now, just daily life vlogs, but that's not what I'm for. Now, that doesn't mean I just shut down all critiques as far as that. But it means that if it's not going to help benefit me and what I'm trying to do, I don't have to necessarily like receive that, you know? And it's the same thing with anything, guys. It's so easy to get caught up in what other people want you to do, but then you're never really happy for yourself. And that just doesn't work, guys. Like, and don't get me wrong, like I've said before, when you first start working out, whatever your motivation is, that is your motivation. Don't let anyone shame you for it. You get started. But as you continue to live, as you continue to train, or just live life in general, you have to find what makes you happy. You have to find your reasoning for doing it. If you're someone who just first got caught up in lifting because, let's say, you want to look good for somebody, like you're trying to impress somebody, that's great. But what if After you've been doing it for a while, it comes to find out that person doesn't care. They're still not impressed with you. You're just gonna quit? Are you gonna give up on all the benefits of training consistently just because of that? That's why you gotta learn to find out why you're doing the things that you're doing and be proud of your own reasons for why you do what you do. For me, guys, a lot of the opinions and suggestions I get from a channel is just things that people think is gonna help me get more views. I'm not about that, guys. Don't get me wrong, I'm very, very grateful for the growth. Like, as of today, my channel is 3 months old and I'm over 700 subscribers, and that is awesome to me. My Instagram went from just 200 followers of friends and family to being over 1,000. Neither of those numbers are impressive by any means in the grand scheme of things, but it's cool to me that there are people who are benefiting from what I'm doing, who are getting educated, getting motivated, learning and applying it and seeing differences in their lives. Like, even if it's a small difference just in the gym, that's awesome to me, and that's what I'm about. So I'm not gonna change things or sacrifice anything that's gonna deviate me from my goal, which is what I say at the beginning of every video: educating people on health, fitness, and social well-being. That's what I'm about. That's my message. I don't ever want to get away from that. And that's the thing, guys. Be open to criticism, to feedback, but don't ever change who you are. Don't ever change what your goals is. There's a difference between growing and expanding upon yourself as a person and then changing who you are as a person for the sake of others. And I just wanted to touch on that, guys. I'm gonna start trying to do this, once a week, at least one more social well-being related video. If you guys don't like it, I'm sorry, but that is part of what my channel's about. It's not something that I try to force, though. I want it to be topics that I generally think about daily, and that's why they aren't gonna be as often as the informative videos. So informative topics, I can just go through and pick a topic. But with these, I want to talk about things that I feel are really impactful to me and are going to help you guys as well. And that's just what it comes down to, guys. Don't let your life be dictated so much by what others want, by what others think, by what others do. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you do, there's going to be someone who hates what you're doing, and there's going to be people who love what you're doing. But you have to ultimately do what you feel is best for you and do what you feel is best for what your goals are, whether that's in the gym or outside the gym. So I just wanted to emphasize that to you guys. I hope some of you guys got something from this. Like I said, these aren't as structured. It's kind of just me looking at the camera and just speaking from the heart over whatever topic I feel like I should be covering related to social well-being. Because, guys, at the end of the day, if you live your life constantly trying to please others, you're never going to get anywhere, because there's always going to be someone who's not pleased with you. So live your life for yourself. Be willing to accept valid criticism and feedback from others, but only for the sake of growing and bettering yourself in the way that you think you ought to. That's it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You already know. Like the video, comment, share, subscribe. Keep it simple, specific, scientific. I'll catch y'all later.
I am the greatest.
Someone look color.